this is Busy Fox with Yellow Rose Resistance coming to you live today from No Kings 2.0 in Dallas, Texas. If you're still on your way, we are here. We've got a lot of people here. Everything's getting ready to start here at 12, just a few minutes after 12, and it's running till 3. We're going to be having a march in between. So stay tuned. Do you need a stand? Tripod. Oh, actually, I take that back. I left it at home. Sorry. Oh, I thought I had it.
On this side of the weird, so far away.
Check 1, check 2. Can y'all hear me okay? Y'all are ready?
Excuse me. Yep.
Okay, y'all. I'm Samantha. I'm with Invisible Dallas. I'm going to make some announcements. I'm also going to get up my soapbox. We're going to have an incredible program for you today. I'm so excited. We have incredible community leaders from all walks of life coming to speak today at the rally. We have a march. The march is going to get started probably somewhere around 1:30 or so. But just be listening for your cues. I'm going to come up at the halfway point of the rally and give you some more safety tips, okay? So I'm with Indivisible Dallas. We have co-organized this with Yellow Rose Resistance. We are completely volunteer-run, grassroots political organizations, unpaid labor. If anybody does want to pay us though, we are available for that. You look around, you guys. You're going to look for a QR code on lots of different posters throughout the march. Throughout the park, I'm sorry. And then also all of us organizers have a QR code here. This QR code is going to have everything that you ever wanted to know about this event. It's got a layout of the park, it's got the route for the march, it's got a list of speakers, it's also got our link to donate button if you want to reimburse us for the cost of the stage and other supplies. We would love that. All right, I'm going to tell you guys why we're here, and then I'm going to jump into some safety stuff. We are here because Donald Trump has gone too far. I mean, he did went too far, like 2016, but he is still going further. Greg Abbott has gone too far. Way bigger than a political disagreement. This is way bigger than Democrat, than Republican, than whatever you associate yourself as. This is about humanity. This administration has defied our courts. It has deported American citizens. It has disappeared people off the streets. It has slashed our services, all while orchestrating massive, massive giveaways to billionaire allies. The Trump administration, the Abbott regime, want to divert your attention away from their authoritarian plans. They are placing the blame for our suffering on the most vulnerable populations that they can think of. Everyday Americans are being cheated, not just of our American dream of success, but of our basic rights and access to resources. Attention, so you don't know where the oppression is coming from, but let me remind you, trans people are not the reason you are worried about sending your kids to school. people are not the reason that you cannot afford groceries. Black people are not the reason that you cannot afford a home. Left-wing indoctrination in our schools is not the reason that your kids can't read at grade level. The globe is warming at an unprecedented and alarming rate, and we don't even know what the hell to do about it because all of us are one paycheck away from utter ruin. It is not the marginalized communities who are doing us harm. It is the billionaire oligarchy. I'm not talking about your boss that makes high six figures and has a lake house. I'm talking about multi-billionaires who have a vested interest in stripping Americans of their right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. They care about their profits and they care about control. These wannabe kings want to keep you disempowered, disenfranchised, discouraged. You are being cheated. And Trump and Abbott want you to think that it is anyone but them and their billionaire cronies who are making your life a living hell. To them we say, what? No? 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 We're going to do that for sure. Okay, safety announcements. I want everyone to look alive. Let me know that you're listening. Okay. Yeah, please wave at the drone. Y'all, it might rain. I want to let you guys know if it does start to rain and you don't feel safe in the rain, that is a parking garage to the east of me, right here. That is the Sheraton's parking garage. That is going to be the best place to have shelter, okay? So if in the event, it's not a zero chance of hail, but in the event of a bad weather event, just run over there into that parking garage or take cover. Our safety team is wearing hot Barbie pink vests. This guy right here, he's got a hot pink Barbie vest. He's Safety Barbie. I want you to alert one of them if you see something suspicious or if you need safety assistance. If you see something like violence, don't hesitate to call the police. The medic team, FYI, are wearing red vests, and we have two, count them, two medic tents. We have a medic tent on the north side with the red top here. We have a medic tent on the south side. If you are experiencing anything and you want to go get care, we have water, we have snacks, we have first aid supplies, all in those medic tents. We have some legal observers here today. Their role is to be completely neutral and to bear witness should there be any encounters with counter-protesters, with law enforcement, just documenting. They are wearing fluorescent green hats. Okay, and finally, we are all on the safety team. I want you all to look to your left and look to your right. I want you to clock who is standing next to you, and I want you to take responsibility for them at least just for the next couple of hours, okay? We're all friends right now. Now we're fixing to transmute our rage, our fear into joy. I want to show everyone that have a joyful community, that we keep each other safe, that we take care of each other, and we stand for no kings. Alright, I'm fixing to introduce our first speaker, y'all. This is Javier Garcia del Moral. He is one of the co-owners of the great bookstore, The Wild Detectives in Bishop Park.
Hey Dallas, hi everybody. Thank you so much for Dallas supporting this together. This is amazing. So like Samantha said, I'm Javier. I'm one of the founders and the owner of the Wild Detectives bookstore. I've been running the bookstore for so many years and I learned many things about books and activities. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Alright, let's try it this way. So, well, like I said, I've been running this business for a while and I learned many things about activities, venues, events, but most important about people, about what keeps people bringing together, And my message to you today is very simple, but I think it's important. I think if we keep things together, especially for those of you that feel a little overwhelmed, a little lost, I feel that way too. Some days I wake up and it's really hard for me to figure out where to put my attention, where to put my energy, just to think how to go with the day to day. It feels paralyzing. And I don't have a magic recipe or a grand solution or an easy way out, but I think I know where it begins. And I think it begins in places like this, places where we show physically together. Where we can look at in the eye, where we can feel each other, places that remind us that we are not alone. And that's where change really starts. Look, we keep living in a society that keeps telling us that everything should be monetized. You need to monetize your car, you need to monetize your house, you need to monetize yourself. That you on your own individually, you'll get everywhere you need. But the truth is just the opposite. We need people next to us along the way. Whether it's a partner, a friend, a neighbor, or a stranger willing to listen. And if there is something that I've learned over these many years is that we need to reclaim spaces that let us connect physically together. Open spaces, safe spaces, spaces that we can share a conversation, a disagreement, spaces that let us to connect. Spaces that are disappearing in front of us. Sometimes because we're not using them, sometimes because there are people determined to take them away. So go to a park, go to a cafe, go to the library, go to a bookstore and connect with people. Talk to your friends, to your neighbors, call your family. Talk to strangers, people that you don't usually talk to. But most important, listen. Because when you talk and listen with someone, you're sharing something. But that something is the seed for empathy. And empathy today is trust tomorrow, is friendship the next day, is hope and action at the end of the week. Real action and real change. I've seen this over and over in this city. People getting together in small ways, making change that lasts forever, making meaningful change. So when you feel lost, just keep it simple. Keep showing up, keep getting together, because we'll find a way through. Not alone, but together. I just want to say my last words in Spanish, because I know some people here speak Spanish, but many more people that speak Spanish are afraid to be here today, for good reasons. As much as some people don't like to hear Spanish in Texas también se habla español. Para todos los que estáis aquí, muchísimas gracias. Esto es lo que cuenta, estar aquí juntos, hablar juntos y conectarnos juntos. Mucha salud a todos. Eric Folker, Senior Pastor and Immigrant Activist.
Thank you. Give us just a minute to get arranged here. How are y'all doing? It's going to sprinkle a little and then it's going to go away. I'm going to just have one suggestion, that if you're in the middle of the crowd, be sure the folks behind you can see behind your sign when people are speaking. All right, we're going to have the rest of our folks. Y'all come on in front. Y'all come to the front so they can all see you. Well, good afternoon. As was said, my name is Eric Folkerth. I have the pleasure of being the pastor at Kessler Park United Methodist Church in beautiful Oak Cliff, right down the street from Wild Detectives. We love Wild Detectives. Standing here with me, you will see in front of us on the stage and on the podium here our clergy from your Dallas-Fort Worth area. We are all standing together today. Many of us are a part of a group that we call CLEAR, Clergy League for Emergency Action and Response. We are Christian, we are Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, and other faiths, all standing with you today. We are here to say that our faith demands that we stand for justice, compassion, love, and mercy. Many of the speakers that you will hear from today are friends of ours we have been proud to know for years. Some of the rest of the speakers you will hear from are new activists, the next generation. We need everyone, and we are grateful for them. You may be here because of a single issue. That may be why you are here. You may be here because you are disturbed about the erosion of democracy. We as clergy are here because God commands us to see all of God's children as human. We are here to decry the language that turns some people into vermin or animals or otherizing terms. This is not right, and it is especially not right from anyone who would claim to be a leader in the United States of America. Leaders must bring us together with race and gender, sexual orientation, economic circumstance, everyone of every place and time coming together as one people out of many, one. That is what we believe, yes? Our group has been sponsoring a vigil at ICE Field Headquarters. Perhaps you've heard of this. We are there every Monday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We welcome anyone of good faith or goodwill to come and join us. We pray for the migrants. We pray for ICE, that ICE stop harming their own souls. We speak sometimes with the migrants who are coming in and shaking in fear sometimes, but showing up because our government told them to show up. And some of them, as you know, are being detained. Some of them never come out of the building. We have heard those stories as well. And so I say to all of you gathered here and to anyone who may be hearing this, trust your eyes. When you see these videos of people being snatched, that's really happening in the United States of America. This is not our way. This is not the American way. Yes? In fact, ICE's own data just this week shows, this is ICE's data, not some activist or organization. ICE is admitting that only 10% of the thousands of people they detain have any kind of serious criminal record. 10%. ICE's own data now shows that 40%, friends, the majority of people they are detaining have no criminal record whatsoever. This is not the American way. This is driving a dangerous wedge between us. It is driving fear into our neighborhoods. All of us who serve churches and synagogues and mosques, we are hearing this fear in our communities. We are hearing the way our people are deeply troubled. Yes? So that's why you're here today, yes? For this kind of thing. Now, I want to speak directly to ICE, because we who are clergy have for many years stood up against injustice, sometimes in foreign wars. You know that the United States of America has used illegal rendition in the past, has stolen people away to foreign sites. That is now happening in the United States of America. And it's not our way. We must say no. I've gotten ahead of my script here. We are here today because our faith of God compels us to be here. Some of you are here as activists for single issues. God bless you. But we are here because of our conviction that humanity demands that we be here. That leadership demands that we bring people together and not divide us. People of faith have been a part of every great social movement in America, and they will be so today. We are here to reject the politics of division, to reject a justice that is only for some or only for the powerful. But make no mistake, we understand this is hard work. What you are being called to do from this day forward is hard work. It is hard in the best of times to bring people of different races and faiths and sexual orientations and languages and cultures together. It's hard. It is hard. But it's doable. We know that it's doable. And frankly, I'm pretty convinced all this is happening now because those who stand against us know we were succeeding. They know that this country was coming together across Let us, friends, avoid both autocracy and fascism on one end and chaos and anarchy on the other. Let us avoid the wedges that are being driven into our communities. Finally, two last little stories. My father, when I was young, gave me a lot of advice, most of which I never listened to. But one thing he said, once upon a time, I had a bully who was after me. And he said, Eric, whatever you do, don't give a bully what they want. Don't give a bully what they want. If a bully wants you to be afraid, don't be afraid. If a bully wants you to stay home and get under the covers, don't do that. If a bully wants us to be divided, don't do that. Don't give a bully what they want. Our religious faiths teach us that we are to believe in God first, and country and nation second, not the other way around. Many Christians today are speaking out in a nationalist way that puts nation first and their faith second. You just need to understand that we know the order of these things. The Jewish faith, the Muslim faith, talks about the dangers of kings. The great prophets spoke of this. Those of us who are Christian proclaim Jesus is Lord and Caesar is not. The government is not our Lord. So friends, I want you to look to your right, I want you to look to your left, and I want you to say to the people next to you, I will show up for you. Say that. I will be there for you. I will not be afraid. We will come together as one out of many. God bless you all. Thank you. And now as we leave the stage, I want to invite forward immigration attorney Raul Natera, who is our next speaker today. Good afternoon, everyone. How you feeling?
Well, good afternoon. My name is Raul Natera. I'm an immigration attorney here in North Texas, and I'm a proud Mexican immigrant. I'm a proud Texan, and above all, I'm a proud citizen of what I still believe is the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. I'm here today to refute some of the lies that President Trump administration is pushing in front of all of your faces, saying that undocumented people are criminals. As Pastor Eric said, the majority of people in ICE detention, and this is coming straight from their own statistics, the majority of people in ICE detention have no criminal offenses, and the ones that do have a criminal record are there for minor offenses, traffic infractions, or things like being in the wrong place at the wrong time. In January, there was a law passed called Lake and Riley by your Congress representatives. That law eliminates due process for undocumented people. That law now says, exactly, that's the right response. That law says that if you are undocumented and you are accused, just accused of theft, you are ineligible for a bond and you are going to rot in immigration detention until you get deported. On top of that, they say that immigrants are a leech on our economic system, when that is patently false, ladies and gentlemen. Immigrants end up paying over 30% of their taxes, and the IRS doesn't care if you have a passport or not. What they care is if you're earning money and if you're willing to pay taxes to the government. That's why we have things called ITIN numbers. It doesn't matter to the government what your status is as long as you continue paying. But the tragic thing for a lot of these peoples is the fact that they are not able to request any government benefits. They don't get the earned income tax credit. They don't get to apply for health care through the Obamacare marketplace. They are in this country paying their way and not receiving any of the benefits from this country for doing so. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need your help, and the immigrant community is in dire need of your help. If you know anyone without lawful status, be a shoulder for them. Help them out. Offer to serve as a financial sponsor. Accompany people to ICE check-ins, because the only way that we are going to get through the next 3 years is by supporting one another. We need to protect our immigrant communities, and we need to look out for one another. Ladies and gentlemen, immigrants come to this country in search of the American dream. And nowadays, we don't know if that's still available to us. But the power is in your hands. Please reach out to your representatives in Congress. Ask them to have compassion. Ask for immigration reform. And please do not forget the immigrant community in their time of need. Thank you. Keep that energy up. I have the honor and pleasure of presenting Sia Clark of the Democratic Socialists of America.
Hell yeah!
Hi everyone. I'm so honored and humbled to be here with all of you beautiful people today. My name is Sia, and I'm the co-chair of the Democratic Socialists of America North Texas chapter. And I'm here today to talk about the fascist dog in the White House named Donald Trump. A man born into immense wealth who failed upwards into the most powerful position in the entire world. A man who has never known what it is like to toil away at work, to struggle to pay bills, to raise a family on a shoestring budget, or to be denied health care. He claims to be a champion for the working class while shredding the already threadbare social safety net, unleashing the fossil fuel industry, using the bootlickers at ICE to tear families apart, and sending our money overseas to fund genocide and ethnic cleansing. His crimes are so numerous, I could be here all day listing them off. Dallas,
Do it.
how did we get here? And how do we make sure that it never happens again?
Tell us.
I often hear that Trump is an anomaly. But the difficult truth is that he is the logical endpoint of a society that allows billionaires to hoard vast amounts of wealth,
That's
while
right.
hundreds of thousands go unhoused, that allows healthcare companies to extort families for profits,
Amen.
that uses imperial violence to deny countries of the global south their freedom, and self-determination.
Right.
It looks away from police brutality. Trump, the American id, is using the system that we have built over decades to enact his authoritarian overreach. We have made the dire mistake of believing that the right to profit trumps the right of the people to live good lives. I was raised a Christian right here in Texas, and I hold those values deeply in my heart. Love thy neighbor, strengthen the hand of the poor and the needy, welcome the immigrant. Jesus said, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. As a trans person, I know all too well the feeling of being left behind, of being abandoned. When I look at the MAGA movement, I do not see enemies. I see my brothers and my sisters suffering.
Amen.
Who feel life getting harder, their futures disappearing, who have turned to Trump out of desperation and fear. I believe that this country can be great, not by handing over the reins of power to a demagogue selling utopia, but by empowering working people. We deserve more. You deserve more. Trump is powerless. All would-be dictators are powerless in the face of working people who know and live in solidarity with each other. So I tell you, do not let today be your only radical act. Let it be your first one. Become class conscious. Understand that without us, this world does not turn. Trump is the loudest fascist president, but complacency will mean he won't be the last. So yes, vote. Vote in every election that you can for the most progressive candidate that has earned your vote. But don't stop there. Join or start a union. Organize your communities. Join an organization like the Democratic Socialists of America that is fighting for economic redistribution. Let the suffering of others anywhere in the world fill you with a righteous fury. The billionaire class that Trump represents are working every single day to make their domination over us a permanent reality. We must be militant and fight back every day to free ourselves and build a world by and for the working class. This country belongs to us. It's time to take it back. Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Forever and free Palestine. Thank you so much. Next up is Luis Sepulveda, a guy I got to know really well before I came on today. So give him a round of applause. An environmental activist.
Okay. Whoa! I was walking around you and gosh, man, I could feel it. I could feel it. I could feel it. I want you to know one thing. I want you to send the guy in the White House and Johnson Jr. We love America! We love America! We love America! We love America! And we're going to fight for the red, white, and blue. It belongs Catholic Vegas? Where are they at? I want to know where Puerto Rico, Mexico, Cuba, where are they? Where are they? They're beating your children, our children, and they're taken out of the apartments naked. What kind of country is that? I want to send the White House and Johnson. You know, I can't sing. I can't sing and I can't dance. But because this is a family entertainment, just for you, I'm going to dance because I want to send them a big, big message. They can kiss my... This whole week, I couldn't sleep after they asked me if I would come here. And before I was working on the environment in West Dallas, there's a lady named Reba, had both legs amputated, right breast removed. That's why I got involved with the West Dallas Coalition for Environmental Justice formed in 1989. I came in and Reba came in when I went into her house. She came in and she said, Mr. Lewis, I want to go out there and march with you on that lead. What's happening in West Dallas and what's going on with those children. I want to march so bad, but she said, I got a phone. And I came in and I said, you just pray for helping and supporting. She said, but I got a phone. I know it took me 2 times to get it. When I had a list of thousands of people, I'd give her my list and she would call. When I marched, there were hundreds of people coming. And one of the biggest marching, 1,700 people that the disabled were able to get out. So I'm asking, me, 73 years old, all my brothers and sisters, elderly, go use the phone, jam up the phone call. Call the red states. Let them know that we're here and we're coming. You have to understand also, this is what I hear through the grapevine, that when Trump sends out 10,000 immigrants, 10,000 come, 100,000 come under the ground. And they went to Florida to go get his golf carts so they could get him across. Because while they're watching the blue suits, they're pounding it up in the red states. It's not something that we take for granted. Liberty is the most important thing that we have. And people need to know that you need to go back, get you 10 people when we meet again, and we will. Take 10 people extra with you. Now when you go into the November elections, you need to take 10 people with you. Get them now. Email, any way you can. I'm going to pass something to our college students and all our youth. You jam them up and let them know how good we are in Facebook and what we do, what we represent, and what we want to get done in our country. You see, this country is made up of beautiful colors. Beautiful people. This is who we are, and this is what we do. We love each other, we care each other, and we want each other. I'll leave you with this message. I love America! I love America! I love America! Thank you very much. I want to introduce D.D. Alexander for Union Dallas Voters Alliance. Thank you.
Dallas, Texas! What's up? They told me to be loud, so that's what I'm gonna do. Today has been dishonestly characterized as rooted in hate for America. I felt nothing but love today. Nothing but love from our pastors, our parents, our police, our chefs, our here today. In fact, when I look out, I see the absolutely most patriotic thing that American person can do. It's bringing the rain, y'all. It's bringing the rain, y'all. To peacefully protest, to peacefully assemble, that is the American way. And you know what else is really American? Saying we don't stand for no freaking kings. But here's the thing, their fear, their lies, their mischaracterization of our non-violent and joyful, and now wet, event tells me one thing. It's working.
They're scared.
Our critical mass that we need to save this democracy is coming together, y'all. We're not in this alone. We are here to tell this evil administration, we do not consent. We do not consent. We do not consent. Okay? We don't consent to their inhumane and harmful regime. My page. Here's what we also don't consent to. We don't consent to the violation of our constitutional rights to due process,
That's right.
the freedom from illegal search and seizure, our right to free speech. We don't consent to idiotic and illegal trade wars and terrorists. We don't consent to wasting our tax dollars, occupying our cities, and illegally and inhumanely detaining our residents. You don't have our consent and you don't have our support. But here's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to protest. We're going to organize. We're going to love our neighbors. We're going to find joy and love in all the dark places you've tried to create. To my folks in Portland, yeah, keep it up. You've given us hope with your tactical frivolity. I just learned that word. We can destroy these weak men with the hip thrust of a frog. To my friends and family in Chicago, stay strong, stay safe, protect your neighbors. To my elected officials, our rights are worth fighting for. Our health care is worth fighting for. The soul of this country is worth fighting for. If you need proof, just look around. I'm gonna close this out to my Texans in front of me. My baby boys out there too. Your participation is not insignificant. This, I would argue, is a necessary piece of our democracy and a patriotic duty. So thank you for coming. We know that sustained effort has 100% track record of toppling dictators. I'm gonna go because I'm getting soaked. But my last piece is to you. Junior varsity failures got cut from the team mass stations in our streets. F you. Mike Johnson keeping us control his porn utilization. F you. Trump Pete, F you. I'm gonna end with this. The Bible says, vengeance is mine. That's what God says. That's true. But justice is ours. And resistance is ours. I'm proud to introduce to you all now, thank you, is John Fullenwider, the co-founder of Mothers Against Police Brutality.
I can't sing, but I'm singing in the rain. I got 4 ideas for you today. The first one is that no country can deport millions of people by force
without becoming a police state. So following up on what Pastor Folkhorster said, I thought we might speak directly to ICE.
Hell yeah!
You ready? ICE out! 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 All right, all right. All right. I'm going to take you back to the days before Donald Trump. And I want to describe to you the bipartisan American police state that existed then. My friend Colette Flanagan started Mothers Against Police Brutality after her son Clinton Allen was shot to death by a Dallas police officer in 2013. A 25-year-old unarmed black man, father of 2 infant sons, was shot 7 times. Once in his arm as if it was raised, 5 times in the chest, and once in the back at close range. No charges for the officer, no indictment, no trial, no civil damages, no accountability. And every year since then, 1,000 Americans on average, more than that, have been shot to death by police. Now, police brutality happens everywhere, but it falls hardest on black people. Racial profiling, pretext stops, over-policing, and brutality. Those are the boundaries of a police state that exists right here, within and parallel to our own democracy. Now, today, under Trump's orders, ICE, the National Guard, even Marines, are profiling tens of thousands of brown people, men, women, and children with obvious pretext stops. They don't identify themselves. And if you can't identify yourself properly or to satisfy them, you will end up quicker than you know in a nice detention facility, God knows where, and your own family can't find you. The journalists, mayors, the rest of us all get caught up in this god-awful violence. Now Trump, he never won a majority of votes in 3 elections. He beat Kamala Harris by less than 1/2 of 1% of the vote. And yet, this wannabe dictator governs as if he'd won every single goddamn vote. Now there's a reason for that. There's a reason why so many people bend the knee or kiss his ass. And that's my second idea. Trump led a white nationalist movement into the White House. Okay, I'm not going to go the full 4 ideas, but let me just say this. White nationalism is white racism combined with white power to dominate this nation. Is Trump a racist? God knows he is. Does Trump dance with the violent white power movement?
Hell yeah! Hell
The
yeah!
Proud Boys, the neo-Nazis, and the January 6th protesters carrying the Confederate flag.
I was looking for a napkin.
All right, I'm going to close out here with a call and response, okay? So I'm going to give the call, I'm going to say and then you give the response. And the response is, we're going to change America, okay? All right. We stand and lift up
the great American tradition of nonviolent resistance, and we stand in the footsteps of the abolitionist movement that took down the slave power, and we're going to strike, boycott, and organize in the spirit of the United Farm Workers Union, and we're going to march in the transformational, revolutionary footsteps of Dr. Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement. Thank you, no kidding. Protecting the reproductive rights of every woman in this state, every family. Give it up.
Okay, I don't know if y'all noticed, but it is raining. I'm actually not going to talk about reproductive rights right now. I mainly want to do a safety announcement. If, in fact, it does start raining, I want to repeat. This parking garage to the east is the place to go for shelter. If it starts hailing, walk, don't run to that shelter, okay? If you're under a tree, be advised there may be lightning, so you do not want to stand under a tree. I'm so proud of you for being out here in the rain! Our next speaker is Justin Shane. Justin Shane is with AFTC Local Union.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Let this rain wash away the filth. Hell yeah! Blessing all of us. Fuck yeah! Thank you all for coming out today. A huge part of the democratic tradition of gathering and working for change. My name is Justin Chen, and I am the president of AFG Council 238, representing over 8,000 U.S. EPA employees nationwide. I am also a federal worker, a unionist, and a member of DSA North Texas. I come to you both as a federal worker and as a citizen of this country during these distressing times. Right now, the federal government is shut down because this administration wants you, the American public, to pay more for health care. At this time, workers ranging from safety inspectors, scientists, engineers, janitors, doctors, lawyers, and others are sitting on the sidelines instead of working for you.
Yeah.
More egregious is that there are workers that are being forced to work without pay, like those at the airport, TSA officers, FAA air traffic controllers. These people are threatened to be fired from their jobs if they take time off in order to work another job that pays. And as we know, there are only so many hours in the day to be able to handle our business. This is an incredibly dangerous time because when civil servants are sidelined, the risk of disaster increases and the ability to respond to these disasters decreases.
I'm good.
So how did we get to this point? Where civil servants are terrorized, healthcare is held hostage, natural disasters increase from climate change, and armed thugs like ICE prowl our streets, preying on our friends and our neighbors. While the problems of our country may have escalated in the past 10 months under Trump too, let us not forget the lessons of history lest we repeat them. The path to this hell has been paved by half-fulfilled promises and constant compromise to the most selfish and degraded parts of our society. When opportunity arrived to reform our healthcare system in 2009, we just built upon the shambolic private health insurance industry. Time after time, our leaders have refused to reform our immigration system to embrace our neighbors and the reality of our international economy, while we destabilize other countries, driving mass migration here. Our leaders were too cowardly to chart a serious course away from our addiction to fossil fuel because of their addiction to easy money. Organized labor has become an afterthought, something to be remembered as part of a halcyon past rather than the driver of the working class. And our lust for war and destruction continue, especially now with our shameful support of an apartheid Israeli state and the genocide of the Palestinian people. But brothers, sisters, friends, we can end this hell we are in and build a future worth living in, but only if you stand in solidarity with everyone else in the working class, regardless of race, gender, religion, and anything else that is used to divide us. Donald Trump, his administration, and his allies in Congress and elsewhere do not care whether you live or die. All they care about is stealing from you to pay the billionaires to which they are dogs. This kind of criminal behavior cannot stand. It must not stand. This is where you are here to come in. These parasites can only make their wealth off of our backs. So that means we have the tools to end this chaos and mayhem. Talk to your co-workers. Find out your common problems. Organize a union. Then organize a strike because your power lies in your labor. If we stand as a working class, united in solidarity, we can build a future that will sustain us and our children, where oppression from crooks like Donald Trump will be buried. Solidarity now and solidarity forever. Thank you. I'd like to introduce my union brother David Marshall with the CWA and Common Defense.
What's up, Dallas? Good afternoon, I'm David Marshall, the Executive Vice President for Communication Workers of America, and a proud veteran of the United States Marine Corps. In just 10 months, this president has checked almost every single box in the authoritarian playbook, but it looks like some Americans are still in denial, so let me catch you up on that. He implemented DOGE, so he and his billionaire buddies can slash the federal government while cutting vital government benefits, assistance, jobs, and programs that so many Americans depend on, only to turn around and give tax breaks to the wealthiest among us. He's deployed the military on U.S. soil and created an internal mass police force consolidated with ICE. He's used his office to enrich himself, his family, with billions while doing shady real estate deals, crypto scams, and pay-for-play games. He's launched investigations against his political opponents, even sending the FBI to raid the home of former staff, critics, and his threatened and extorted media companies, universities, law firms that are paying billions with bogus settlements and infringed on free speech by trying to cancel talk show hosts that poke fun of him. He's installed a unilateral tariff agenda to impose tax cuts on American business and customers that directly is crippling the agriculture industry, farmers, and the workers who work on those farms. He seized control of federal museums to erase unfunded collective bargaining agreements with major labor unions and numerous federal agencies, including the VA, the EPA, the CDC, the Department of Education, the Agricultural Food and Safety Inspection Service. And last but not least, he's covered up an investigation into a child sex trafficker for whom he had a decades-long friendship with. make this beloved home more fair, more just, and more equitable.
This is your duty. History tells us no matter how ugly and destructive autocrats like this president is, they do not prevail. Ultimately, they destroy themselves. And I don't know about you. I ain't waiting for that. Elected this corrupt con man president again. But it was the great Nelson Mandela that said, we're talking about failing. The greatest glory in living lies not in ever falling, but in rising every time we fall. Are you ready to rise up? Rise up for veterans. Rise up for fellow workers. Rise up for immigrants. Rise up for unions. Rise up for the poor. Rise up for the disenfranchised. Rise up for the marginalized. Rise up for the LGBTQIA. Rise up for safe and food public schools. Rise up for clean air and water. Rise up against injustice. Against this corruption. Rise up against this wannabe team. So I'm gonna bring up our next speaker, Javier Velasquez.
Are we tired? Hell no. Are we tired? Are we gonna let this rain dissuade us from marching? Alright, I'm Javi Velasquez from the National Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression, as well as Freedom Road Socialist Organization. You can look us up on Instagram at National Alliance DFW. Alright, so, as a socialist, I believe that history has a lot to teach us. I want to talk about what I learned during the George Floyd rebellion. I watched as government and big business weaponize this racist system to divide black, brown, and white people in this country. It's a damn shame. So, one of the popular chants that we would say was, indict, convict, send those killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Why did we say this? Because we in NARPR understand that we remember the struggle for democracy. We understand that it is the people who choose. We choose who govern us. Power to the people! All power to the people! Now we saw this democratic struggle during George Floyd, we saw it during Ferguson, we saw it during Rodney King. It is the full struggle for democracy, because your democratic rights go beyond voting. We have a duty to fight for our rights. Preacher man who came up here before me and he said humanity demands that we be here. Well, democracy and fellowship demand that we be here as well. Whether it be door knocking, whether it be informing of your neighbor of their rights, whether it be creating rapid response networks to fight against ICE, or joining local orgs that are already doing the work and voting and otherwise. We must raise the demand every single day. We must tell ICE and the National Guard to get the hell out of our barrio, to get the hell
schools, to get the hell out of our hospitals, to get the hell off our streets, and to get the hell out of our city. I'll keep it short. Our next, I was Hobby from the National Alliance Against Racist Political Repression, as well as Freedom Road Social Organization. Our next speaker is a good friend of mine and a great organizer, Noemi Rios from Vecinos Unidos.
Ain't no kings, ain't no saviors, we protect our own neighbors. Ain't no kings, ain't no saviors, we protect our own neighbors. Ain't no kings, ain't no saviors, we protect our own neighbors. Ain't no kings, ain't no saviors, we protect our own neighbors.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here, for standing in the rain. This rain ain't nothing. Y'all are the storm. My name is Noemi with Vecinos Unidos DFW, and I am a Chicana organizer. Vecinos Unidos DFW means literally Neighbors United in Dallas-Fort Worth. And when I look out at the crowd, that's what I see here today, my neighbors. Alright. And I have a message for my vecinos. What are we going to do after this? After the march, after the rally, after the chant, what comes next? Because that is what matters the most. I'm not going to tell you to vote. Not because you shouldn't, but because we are past the point of doing the bare minimum, okay? We can no longer come together only for rallies, tragedies, or elections. That's how we got here, okay? We cannot come out only when we are frustrated and sick of being gaslit by our failed officials who refuse to stand here with us. Where is the opposition? It's here. It's you. It's you. It's us. Okay? So I'm here to tell you that this isn't just about ICE, but ICE has kept us pretty busy this year. Okay? The reality is, in this country, there's an entire system of criminalizing the poor and marginalized. Human imprisonment in this country makes the rich richer, while people like us pay the price. We carry this country on our backs. When you see a big, beautiful tree with green leaves and fruit, you only see what's above ground. You don't see the roots. Working together, sharing, feeding one another. That's us. We are the roots. And if we are starved, divided, or poisoned, the tree will rot no matter how tall it is. So if we want a strong, healthy, fruitful society, then we have to start by strengthening the roots, nourishing our communities, and working with our neighbors to build solutions. That's where the power has always been, underground, among the roots. So if you leave here with one thing tonight, let it be that there ain't no kings, there ain't no saviors. We protect our own neighbors, and that's not just a chant. It is a way of life and a promise. And that's where the change will begin. Let us not wait until the next election to come together. Look for ways to volunteer in your community tomorrow.
Y'all, we're going to march after just a couple more speakers. Just bear with us. It's going to be raining on the march, as same as it is here. So hold your horses. I promise you it's going to be worth it. Next up we have Azael Alvarez from El Mundo.
DFW.
How's everybody doing tonight? Let's go! Of ICE agents that I personally saw last week at the Police Oversight Board, and the police chief gaslighted the hell out of us. He said, why are you even bringing this up? We don't want to deal with that smoke. Do we want to deal with that smoke? Yeah, we do. And now the mayor has said that they want the 2017 agreement here in Dallas. Police officer in Dallas becoming fucking ICE agent. How many of you are willing to go speak at city council and fight back? As the CEO of Antifa, I am ready to fight against this anti-fascists, these freaking Gestapo agents that are terrorizing our communities in Dallas. Does it piss you off? Say it louder, what? You better make your voices loud and clear. Because we're going to show me what democracy looks like. 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 At 5 a.m. to go freaking patrol your communities, and you're gonna see them because they're doing it in secret. Okay? Okay, I'm mad. I'm gonna watch this out. So thank you all for being here. Check out the tent with that monumental back there, and we'll fight back against this regime.
Sometimes they will, people wear things. Sometimes they wear they are the people.
Thank y'all. My name is Patty Fink, and I'm here as an activist for the Dallas LGBTQ community. We are here, assembled here together today in this moment in peace to express our unity, our solidarity, our undivided shared reality in defense of our Constitution and our rights, responsibilities, and freedoms as Americans, because the United States of America does not have kings. The President of the United States, such as he is in the White House today, doesn't have a clue what the Declaration of Independence is. He's so detached from reality that his biggest priority is that billionaires are not happy having $1 billion. As a gay American and as a woman, I know firsthand how fragile and how our hard-won fights, rights and freedoms are. Our community has been under fierce, unrelenting, very targeted attacks, especially here in Texas, and especially targeting the trans community and the non-binary community for years. Like women's rights, queer Americans must re-win our rights again and again and again and again. But we wouldn't have the rights we've had without our allies. Those who have stood alongside us through thick and thin, testified at legislative hearings, marched with us, engaged everyone in their orbits in serious one-on-one, heartfelt conversations about our humanity and our lives. Allies are everything, and we thank you for standing with us. Indeed, we often say of allies, if the stones aimed at me never hit you, then you're not standing close enough. The queer community has been so fortunate to have incredible, amazing allies who have indeed been hit and pummeled by the stones aimed at us. Yet there you were, and there you still are, standing with us. Standing with us today, in this place, together right now. And even though MAGA has taken excesses and it's never enough for them, they believe in cruelty and enjoying the suffering of others. I want to remind you that Trump is at his lowest approval of all time. Yesterday, the Associated Press, that's the AP wire that's respected around the world, that he kicked out of the White House Oval Office from the press corps because they wouldn't say Gulf of America. Their polling yesterday proved he was at his all-time lowest approval rating and his highest disapproval rating of both terms. People in this country have never disapproved of him more and have never approved of him less. He's a thin-skinned, vulgar, amoral weakling who desperately craves to be a king. Not today, Trump. Not tomorrow. Not the day after that. What can we do? We can register to vote. We can register others to vote. Become a poll worker. Get involved in a campaign. Talk seriously with your friends and your family, especially those who did not vote last year. Take action on your responsibilities to the U.S. Constitution. Trump has failed his oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution to the best of his ability. This was his best. Let's show him our best. So in one unified voice, that is our strength. That is our superpower. We may be othered, but others united will never be divided. Our solidarity is how we win back our Constitution from those who defecate on it every day. Our unity is our tool as Americans who love our Constitution. So I challenge each of you today, in this place together, if the stones aimed at you never hit me, then I'm not standing close enough to you. I'll stand with you. Will you stand with me? Will you stand as close as you can with a person next to you that you don't even know? Let's stand together, closely and as tall as we can, together in unity of purpose and spirit, and defeat a tyrant. I want to to introduce my good friend, Dallas City Council member Chad West from District 1, a fellow member of our community, and the new chair of the Dallas Mayor's LGBT Task Force. And he'll be talking about another Not Enough, and that's the Texas effort to stop the LGBT community from keeping its rainbow sidewalks and crosswalks in the historic Oakland Entertainment District of Dallas.
What's up, Dallas? My name is Chad West. I am the only LGBT member of the Dallas City Council, and I'm proud to be out. We've been talking about Donald Trump a lot today, but we got to bring up Governor Abbott. So recently, Governor Abbott and the department, the Texas TxDOT, has given us 30 days to remove our rainbow crosswalks. And this is despite the fact that these rainbow crosswalks were paid for and installed with private dollars, donations. But guess what? It's going to cost us public dollars, your tax dollars, to remove the crosswalks. You know, who are my veterans in the audience? Yeah. I'm a proud U.S. Army veteran. I served our country like so many people I've met today, and I will tell you this. When I was serving, it was during Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I was closeted. It wasn't until I moved to Dallas that I had the courage and the confidence to become comfortable with myself and to come out. And that's because Dallas was then and still is a welcoming city. 20 years ago, Dallas's LGBT community was unmatched. I saw couples holding hands on Cedar Springs. I saw businesses and sports leagues putting out pride symbols. We didn't have the crosswalks back then, but Dallas was the kind of welcoming city that gave me, a small town country kid, the confidence that I could come out and be who I really was. If you believe that Dallas should remain a welcoming city, let me hear you. Here's the action you can do to help us keep these rainbow crosswalks. There are 3 things. Contact your city council member. If I'm your city council member, you're good. You don't have to call me. But the other 14 or 13 plus the mayor, call them. Call your state legislator. They need to hear from you as well. And there is another rally today at 5 o'clock at Cedar Springs, at the crossroads of Cedar Springs and Oak Lawn, to fight to save these crosswalks. Please join us today. And I think we're almost ready to march. I've got somebody coming up after me. Kat Vargas from Howdy Politics. Come on up. Where's she at?
You might know me from social media as Howdy Politics, and we are here in the midst of a government shutdown that John Cornyn and Ted Cruz want you to believe is because of Democrats, but they control the House, they control the Senate, and they control the White House, so they own this shutdown. We are here because Donald Trump and Republicans have no interest in governing. Donald Trump has had more shutdowns than the last 3 presidents combined. He has no interest in coming to the table for everyday Americans. And let's be clear, this is about health care. Texas is the #1 uninsured state in the country. Republicans Affordable Care Act. They don't want to protect Americans who depend on Medicare and Medicaid. And as the #1 uninsured state in the country, Texans cannot afford to continue to be under their power. And this isn't new. They've done this before. In 2013, Ted Cruz shut down the government to protest the Affordable Care Act and try to prevent it from passing in the first place. And what we're seeing now is it continuing to filibuster. And I know some people are like, well, I don't have Medicaid. I don't have Medicare. I don't get subsidies from the ACA.
Unite!
But let me tell you, when that $1 trillion disappears from our healthcare system, it's not just going to go away. They're going to pass that cost on to you, to me.
That's right.
We are going to see our premiums double, if not triple. And again, we are the #1 uninsured state in the country. Texas cannot afford this. A lot of you see me talk on howdy politics, but unlike our Republican lawmakers, I don't run and hide from Texans. And so yesterday at the Houston airport, when I walked up and saw
that was you.
And spreading his lies at his press conference, I called him out on his bullshit. He called me a radical leftist. I'm not a radical. I'm a suburban mom who is tired of his shit. And let me tell you, the moms are turning this part around. As moms and as women especially, we're told don't talk politics. Don't talk religion, it's not polite. But let me tell you, the people in Austin, the Republicans in DC, they have no problem forcing their religion and their politics on you. So you better start talking And it's not going to be showing up at 1 protest, 2 protests. It's not going to be taking the pictures for social media. It's going to be continuing to show up. It's going to be the unglamorous action. I want you guys to clear your calendars in 2026. You're not going to brunch. Carry your mimosa and go knock on some fucking doors. We're living this time where they're like, oh, it's America first, America first. Let me tell you, I have learned more about soybeans in the last 2 weeks than I have my whole life. And your homework is I want you to go talk about soybeans. Because let me tell you, the #1 export for Iowa is soybeans. China, because of the tariffs, they're not buying any soybeans from the U.S. right now. But we can afford to give $20 billion to Argentina. That's right, they doubled it to $40 billion now. Argentina's #1 export is soybeans. They're going to go to China. That's not America first. If these people had any principles to stand on, they would admit their lies. This is not about America first. This is about them trying to control power. They don't care about our farmers. They don't care about us Texans. It is time for us to stand up and say no more, no king. We are forced to One last thing before I pass on this mic. Dear old Cancun Cruise. Also wanted to say that we're all here, we're paid by George Soros. Does anyone know where we pick up our checks? I've got news for you, Ted Cruz. We all hate you for free. I didn't have a background in politics, I didn't have a background in social media, but I made a commitment to show up and keep showing up. Now Howdy reaches 11 million Texans every single month. All you have to do is double your own impact, convince that one person in your life to vote with us. Do what you can. I want to now introduce Pastor Dr. Michael Waters.
Economic bailout.
I'm making a difference. You're making a difference. Might not say like
Friends, 79 years ago, as much of Europe still lay in rubble, a German pastor set forth his pen and pose. The pastor had witnessed many crimes against humanity perpetuated within his country. He witnessed the rise of a secret police force operating without legal restraint, invading schools, homes, churches, and businesses, kidnapping and disappearing men, women, and children in broad daylight with ice-cold hands. His secret police force facilitated the mass deportation of his neighbors to detention centers both inside and outside of Germany, where they suffered unimaginable harm and death. The pastor had witnessed the unholy marriage of white supremacist ideology and the church, with pastors embracing German Christian nationalism as though it were the gospel, dissolving the separation between church and state, aiding and abetting power instead of speaking truth to power. This pastor even witnessed yellow stars and pink triangles and other colored shapes sewn upon the clothes of religious and sexual minorities, and anyone else deemed an enemy of the state, dehumanizing them and denying them their human rights. And this pastor, when reflecting upon all of these atrocities, as well as his initial apathetic response, he poetically penned these words. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. And then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. And then they came for me. There was no one left to speak out for me. Friends, today, in deeply concerning ways, America looks less like America and more like Nazi Germany. From the west side of Chicago to West Dallas, our neighbors are being hunted down like fugitive slaves, detained and stolen away from their families in broad daylight without due process of the law. Today, friends, we are witnesses of another unholy marriage, as white supremacist ideology masquerades as Christian faith, openly justifying the atrocities accompanying the advance of authoritarian rule. There is, friends, an all-out assault on our civil and human rights as democracy gives way to tyranny. All of this harm is being choreographed by a president who fancies himself a dictator or a would-be king over a nation that declared over 2 centuries ago that we have no king. shout. We declare that when, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another and to assume the powers of the earth, the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident. Revolutionary spirit that we've gathered together today, standing in solidarity with millions all across America and declaring with one voice, not on my watch! Yes, we refuse to be casual observers to these multiform horrors as they unfold. Not on my watch! We refuse to remain silent as our rights are being stripped away. We will not be apathetic or disengaged. Not on my watch! We gather together as a congregation of what Dr. King called the creatively maladjusted to evil. And we will refuse to allow hate to be mobilized. Not on my watch. We will refuse to allow authoritarianism to replace democracy. Not on my watch. No wannabe king is going to rule over us. Not on my watch. Yes, friends, we're going to gather today in March because we still believe that the moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. We still believe that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We still believe that truth crushed to the earth shall rise again. We still believe that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. We stand together as an embodied resistance, and we lift our voices to declare freedom today, freedom tomorrow, freedom forever. No bigotry. Not on our watch. Not in our name. That's why we can declare we shall